Hey Rosie, hey Gareth, testing the streaming. Can you hear this? This one's probably the most interesting match. We've got Dwayne McCormick, which we've just seen miss a short roke there, but he's playing Edward Wilson. First game was Edward did a third turn 9 with one pop on Dwayne and set the free ducks that left a double from B-Balk, which Dwayne took and hit and TPO'd, and Edward shot very early at Dwayne, and Dwayne controlled the 3-ball break, so one of the better quality matches so far for the start. And in this second game, Dwayne's had all the play. However, he's just making a break at 9 and setting the diagonal spread leave, and misses 3-yard roke, setting the lead. So let's see what Edward can do and see if Edward is now going to TPO. This is court 2 at Canley, and not sure if I can zoom in, but it's pretty curly. The wind is pretty strong, and there's lots of bare patches on the court, and the grass quality's not great. There's movement all over the place, so they're not been that adventurous on this court in the peeling department. So Dwayne's TPO in the first game was excellent, and Edward's certainly not shy of doing stuff. So let's see. We have guest commentator. Cool. Because I hate talking and I hate hearing my own voice, so it's better when guest commentators come. So there's no easy break for Edward after Dwayne's miss, so I'm not sure what he's going to do. He may be just rolling to 1 from here.
Smashed it.
Yeah, but he's probably better setting a leave wide with some retiring spots there. So you can see the speed of the lawn there. Edward's overcooked that roll by about 5 yards, but he hasn't been on the lawn for a good 30-40 minutes. And that's a fuck off. My battery says it's down to 20%, so that's really cheering it up pretty quick. 18 minutes of streaming, and I started off about 60%.
Take your battery.
So I'll have to grab a lead and make sure we've got a little extension lead and just have it plugged in all the time. But we've worked out, also I can't ring anyone or read a text or anything while your phone's on here, so we need a phone just with a SIM-only data thing in it.
Maybe that's something the Croquet Australia can invest in.
Yes, yes. Good luck with that, Claire. I'm not sure how many meetings that would require and how much conflab.
Maybe when everyone upgrades their phones, they might like to donate it to...
Yes, that's a better plan, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, donate your phone. Well, they've
Have a program.
Yeah. Or Vodafone could sponsor the GC
right.
World Championship.
I see.
Okay. The other players on this field are Simon Watkins and
Greg.
over in the shed, Greg Wymark, who's looks like he's going to Antarctica, but he does from Queensland, so we'll forgive him for that. So Edward's not really taking great advantage of Dwayne's little miss, and he's now 12 odd yards apart, and Dwayne gets to return to his own ball on east boundary. And not only returns it, and I've zoomed over there, and both balls are off the court, because Dwayne centre balled that one from, forward for the court.
And in these conditions, it's quite impressive.
And with the ball that he wants to play for hoop one, so balls are pretty well set for Dwayne to wrap this match up. But as we've seen on this court this week, this isn't the easiest triple to get out straight away. And guest commentator Claire, who are you playing, or why are you up here and not on the court?
I have finished. I've been playing Rod Kirk,
Yeah.
and I just 9-12-5. Kept it simple. It's too windy for me.
Yeah. But you beat Rod.
I did.
Very good. Well done.
I did.
It's much needed win. Well, not needed win, and just a keep winning way win.
That's right.
Yeah, good on Dwayne. Dwayne's trying to peel four back, going to the balls in the boundary, and nearly succeeds. So it's not a bad play, because it keeps Brown nicely as quite a good load for hoop three, as it is.
And here comes someone who loves to talk.
Oh, we've got a superstar up in the
Generally about himself.
Just told Ned to put a lid on it.
G'day everyone.
This is live stream.
Lovely day for croquet. I promise I will resist my teenage urges.
Whatever that is.
Yeah, whatever that is.
This is a rare occurrence that we actually get the player doing the commentary while his opponent's trying to wrap up the match and one more turn.
Yeah, so I'm going to try and not say anything bad about Dwayne here, because I'm obviously against him. But yeah, he looks like if he gets this, it's not a difficult role. Just a little bit of work to do to get in front of one. Conditions are difficult, but I wouldn't put it past him. Yeah,
He played great.
yeah, he did. It was a good TPO.
If the lawn does get any faster with the wind, it could get even trickier.
Yeah, and as you can see from that shot from Simon just there, it just kept going and curling out. So they're not. He's missed.
Down there.
Commentators
See you later.
So Edward's sliding off the roof down the balcony and quickly onto the court.
And like a cat lands on all fours.
Dwayne will be pissy about that. That's a 5.5 odd yard miss with a laid break in front of them, or not a laid break, but a good opportunity break.
And is this Edward for the TPO?
And we need to zoom in and get facial
facial
expressions of Dwayne.
Look at that sadness
I
as he
can't-
walks down,
And
moping.
disadvantage of having sausage fingers, you can't zoom in quick enough.
And looks sprightly
It's
young.
sprinting
Sprints
Edward.
out onto the court.
Too late, it's live stream.
It's live streaming, man.
We don't need to zoom on Edwards because he's in his bright yellows again.
see him from the
Recognisable Edward dress attire.
His ditch pants. He was in pants this morning.
Oh, Edward was in pants.
I'm going to call early the TPO.
Yeah, no, that's a pretty good point. With Brown sitting in front of
Something
back
like that.
Ned's obsession over TPOs or OTPs.
It is an obsession. He likes the letters.
This needs to work on the more important ones, the L and the W.
Yes, yes. It's good to win.
Sure.
Yeah, Greg, why are you up here? And
So
not
much
one?
improvement.
Not
Should have had my
one.
last live shot ball. He made 9, and I shot from the ball. And I should have had it. Just, there wasn't
everyone.
All right. Okay. Well, I missed my lift shot.
No, look, your battery's gone anyway, Pete. Oh no. We've only got 10% remaining. Can Edward get around on a TPO in the next 10 minutes? Not the best hoop control.
You good?
That's good.
So knowing Edward, well, this is like the play coming up here.
I think he'll
TPO.
he'll do whatever he can to get the TPO
Yeah,
going.
yeah.
Yeah,
And he'll die trying.
pretty much. Which may be sooner than.
So does the cloudy day, Pete, affect how well our viewers can see the balls?
Probably. We were probably on the lowest resolution
Right.
pixels.
I think you double tapped it.
The Kenley
He's
Wi-Fi
confused
is
about
pretty,
something.
It
probably,
double
you know,
tapped it.
Noah's Ark stuff. I'm using 4G data. I think it'll chill a fair bit.
Yeah. We have a little drama here.
Too
Looks
much
like
more.
Edward's double tapped.
Oh, and he caught a fault on himself.
Yeah, yeah. It was. I can see it.
Yeah.
And he knows it's been videoed.
That's right.
Now this is what we need the 1 minute delay for, so while they have an argument, we can edit it,
Edit it,
delete
yeah.
it, yeah. No argument, there's joviality there instead.
I think the TPO's off.
Yes. And the triples
And the
right,
triples back
right
on.
back on.
I may have an opponent, so I'm going to go. Play Greg White.
Meanwhile, we'll spin the camera around to the Robert Fletcher match. And just trying to see the clips. He has White on 4-back and Brown is at hoop 3. And not sure what hoop he is for though.
Is this Robert?
Yeah, is he just okay? So he is
so,
for
So he's the three.
he's for hoop 3, and obviously he's used white ball. So a bit of work to do for Robert, but he showed yesterday he's pretty good at finishing these from tough starts.
I think all his triples yesterday were delayed. Is that
Yeah.
correct?
Oh, the ones I saw, yeah,
Yeah.
and pretty patient delayed ones. He
Yeah.
certainly wasn't doing any deaf rolling or anything. He was doing stock standard delayed stuff. Rushes to fall back and sort of couple of old finishes.
Yeah.
And meanwhile, Dwayne's pulled himself back out of the clubhouse and he's on the lawn. And he's now got Edwards TPO back as a standard triple for himself.
Yeah.
But this just showing this lawn's proved pretty tricky, so I don't know what percentage we're putting on this finishing, but it's going to be a pretty good triple in this condition. To
I will
finish.
say that approach there was all my fault. It was just
no
hopeless.
wind.
You know, I think I played for the wind
Yeah.
a bit much, hoping that it would roll in, but it didn't. And then it was just a poor attempt at the hoop, which I probably could have given a jump or something to,
Totally, yeah,
rather than
yeah.
just playing with the flat shot, which bounced back onto the mallet. So that there you can see with that one, that's pulled in a lot with the wind and the court, and he's actually ended up with quite a nice rush from it.
Yeah, the amount of times you'd ever see Dwayne restalk things and reset himself like this is pretty uncommon.
And it's also extremely unusual to see his hands down the mallet.
Mallet, okay. Yeah.
I've actually never seen that happen before.
Yeah, so that's...
And he's crouched down quite low as well, so he clearly isn't feeling quite as comfortable as normal. But that's an okay shot, in front, and should have a standard triple if he doesn't bugger it up.
What referee fault was Sorry?
So as Dwayne approaches this, we can see Robert. He's made 3, and he looks to be sending Brown to 5 while going to partner ball. Green, as you can see, is most of the way, or sort of in between 3 and 4, so not perfect to get in front, but we of course wouldn't put it past him. And Dwayne's just approached that hoop quite well. Easy controlled hoop, and should be away here. There you see Robert sent Brown up to 5, getting a rush on partner ball towards green.
Who's Kevin playing and peeling out on?
So Kevin's playing Allison, and it's been not the cleanest match from either of them. Kevin's certainly been on the court a bit more of those. Allison has clearly struggled with the wind a little bit. Did Malcolm hit the up there?
I haven't concentrated on anything, Malcolm.
So over on court 3 up there, Malcolm looks to be in after Stevens made a 9, and Stevens got white on 1, so that might suggest that Stephen broke down, having a go to get his break sorted.
We got the first break going, didn't we?
Yeah. Yep. So Malcolm got the first game, but didn't triple. He had all the peels done, but failed Rover. So
that's right.
with the Irish peel. So partner went through, but didn't go through himself. Yeah. And so Kevin Beard's just pegged out against Alison Sharp over there, and you'll see that Roberts put partner ball up to 4 back, while getting a rush on green to 4, which is a nice rush. It's not in front, it's to the side, but he'll just play a nice little stand-up shot, and hopefully put that into a position where he can peel partner going to 6. Simon and Trevor still on the TV.
I don't know. Everyone, I haven't seen that.
Oh, I think they are. The other one's still off the court.
So Trevor's got 1 ball. That's on the same TPO.
Yes.
Yeah.
So Trevor should 30. He wasn't bad. Yeah, Simon's definitely making it challenging for him. So over here, Dwayne's looking at a standard triple in front of him. He's got everything there, although that's not a great shot to put his hoop 4 Pioneer a bit closer to hoop 4, and he's landed maybe 7 yards from white. And in these conditions it could be tough. Wind's just dropped off a little over the last couple of minutes, but it's not an easy shot. Oh, Trevor hit.
Yeah, we'll pan up to the court 3 and 4. How do I zoom in on this, Edward?
It would be with 2 fingers, wouldn't it?
Yeah,
No. Other way. Oh. Was that paused recording? No. I don't know. Just struggling with the zoom, but...
This Emoze app or whatever doesn't seem to let you zoom in as much.
Yeah, that's odd.
Yeah.
Anyway, so it's a 2-bit
So what's happening up on lawn 4 again, Edward?
So Simon did a TPO. It's there's been a bit of interaction. I think Trevor started on hoop 2, but I'm not entirely sure.
And he's up to 2 back.
And now he's up to 2 back.
With a great hit in the end,
Yeah.
by that.
And where's Simon up to? So Simon's
Looks
on the
4.
peg, and it looks like, or is that blue on 4? That's
Well,
it.
there's another clip on 2 back as well.
Yeah, and so that I think that might be the green clip, but
Yeah.
Simon could be on either.
Yeah.
So it's still a match with plenty of play to go.
And
that's
up on
the first game.
lawn 3 we have Malcolm, who was in great touch this afternoon, playing Stephen Forster. And Malcolm's taken game 1 without a triple.
Without a triple.
And he's made the first break of game 2, and Stephen may have made an error at hoop 2 or something's changed over the innings at hoop 2 for Malcolm to be back in.
And it looks like Malcolm might just be setting a 2-4. Over this weekend, 2-4s haven't been favoured over diagonal spreads or horizontal spreads. A lot of players have been opting for horizontal spreads in the tough conditions, feeling that there hasn't been much parity either when players are making breaks. It's just been pretty clean. So 2-4s haven't been a regular lead.
We'll bring it back down to Dwayne versus Edward match, and Dwayne's got himself in a pretty good position at a hoop 3 for the hoop approach and peeling. Hoop 4 load's not great, so we'll just see how Dwayne handles and deals with the subsequent plays after this hoop.
Oh, and just over here, Robert's going through his 4-back peel.
Robert peeling 4-back, going to hoop
6.
6.
So, yeah, that's in the jaws.
Well
Rush peel
jawsed and
through.
nice cut rusher ball to 6. Gone a little bit further than he wanted, but shouldn't be too much of a problem for Robert.